Hi guys, Erin Birch here and Jen Johnson,
Hey,
and
everybody.
we're here tonight to give you guys some really valuable content, some things that you can start using in your business today to start building massive rapport with your prospects and be able to recruit them a lot more easily than possibly what you're currently doing, because there is a bit of a formula to follow. And when you know that formula, when you make those mental shifts and you think about it differently when you are approaching people about your products or your business opportunity, you're going to get a lot better results. And of course, ultimately, you're going to grow a much stronger team and make a lot more money. So Jen and I are here tonight to share with you what we have tested, and we know what works better. So we're going to share that with you so you guys can take advantage of what we have learned and get better results in your business starting tonight. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. It's really important that you learn how to communicate with people, because that's what makes our network marketing world go around. And you can learn Facebook, Pinterest, Snapchat, Google Plus, Periscope, you name it. You can learn any social media strategy, but all that is a outlet to help you talk to more people. Mm-hmm. So you have to learn how to communicate on any platform. Obviously, Erin and I do a lot on Facebook, and we'll go over that tonight because I see a lot of people that have that all over the place feeling, because you're on so many different social media platforms. So how do you handle that? How do you manage it and see results with it? So let's definitely dive in. What are some things that you see happening a lot, Erin, when you talk to people? And also, guys, feel free to put comments and ask questions in the chat, because this is really a time for you to be able to ask those questions that you may be, having issues or challenges with, or maybe someone is struggling with something. And so let us know. We're here to help.
Cool. Well, I think one of the biggest issues I think people have, what stops them from recruiting more often, is people think of this industry as a sales industry. And it's really not. It's a relationship industry and a problem-solving industry. So when you can make that mental shift and stop thinking about it as being sales, you're going to get better results. So what I see a lot of people do, and I'm sure a lot of you guys get this every day on social media, you have people sending you messages. Take a look at my business opportunity. Here's my link. Now, this is the worst thing you can do for two reasons. A, you piss people off. They're not going to look at your business opportunity. And even if this were a business opportunity they had been thinking about, they're not going to join you. They're going to join someone who looks like a professional marketer and a leader, not an amateur. And when you're just sending off your link to people without building rapport beforehand, you're shooting yourself in the foot. The people who do the best in this industry are people who are very good at building rapport fast and communicating. So you need to look at people as people, not as dollar signs. You've got to make friends. So worst case scenario, you're on social media. Worst case scenario, you've made a friend. If they don't buy from you or join your biz op, you've at least made a friend. And that person, that friend, very well may end up joining you later on. So how you approach people in the first place and get that rapport going is absolutely crucial from the first second. So don't ever think you can go in and repair a relationship after you've ticked them off by going in too quickly with your business, because that's almost impossible to do. You've got to get it right from the second. Stop thinking about business and go in and make a friend. What do you think, Dan?
We are in the business of making friends. And when you go in, I see a lot of posts, I'm looking for, 5 people to join my business. That doesn't tell me that you have my best interest at heart. It tells me what you're looking for. And it's not about you. It's about them. So if you're looking, who are you looking for? It's not just about communicating with anybody either. Use your time to communicate with the people that you want to work with. It's not about, I'll take anybody, just give me 5 people, I'm looking. And if you have that mentality, you may attract just the wrong people, and then you end up frustrated because your team's not doing anything and they're not listening to you and they're lazy and they're this and they're that. Well, if you didn't take the extra time to pre-qualify and have a conversation with that person and think, do I want to spend and invest my time? Because everything you do in this business, you invest your time or your money, sometimes both. But do you want to invest your time into training this person, into giving them value, into coaching them, into giving them all, the product information and all that? Because it's work on your part. So make sure whoever you are communicating with, that's someone that you have asked them, how serious are you? How many hours do you think you can commit to? It's almost like not so much of an interview, but you want to make sure you're both on the same page, because if Sally joins and she can only work 10 hours a week and you're wanting her to work 40, if you didn't set that ahead of time, you can't get mad because she really could only work 10 to begin with. So know where you're spending your time and who you're spending it on, and make sure that those people are, quality people that are wanting to be successful.
Absolutely. You've got to dig into their mindset and see where they are at. You've got to meet them where they are. Because if they have a employee mindset and they expect to put in an hour today and get, the hourly wage for that day right from the get-go, that's the wrong person you want to work with. You need to make sure that the people you bring on board into your business are of an entrepreneurial mindset, not an employee mindset. They have to have vision. You talk to people and you get the sense that they're not even able to envision, 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, a year down the road. That isn't somebody you want to deal with, because somebody who's going to stick in the game and understand they need to invest in themselves, in their skill sets and the time and some money. The people who have that vision are the ones who are going to stick it out and be successful. Because if they can't see farther down the road, they're gone. And all that time you've put into them has been wasted. So,
and you yourself need to have patience and long-term vision, and understand that there's certain strategies that can make you money quicker than others. And I see a lot of times people focus on the ones that take longer because they're more comfortable. But the reality of it is you will get so much more results having conversations with people than blogging or any type of video marketing, passive marketing. That stuff is all great. Passive marketing is phenomenal. I do it, Erin does it, but it works hand in hand with having conversations. You going out there and leaving a comment and liking and sharing people's posts and just messaging people. Every time you do that, it's like dropping your business card on the table. And again, you want to make sure that you're putting out the videos and the blogs and all that stuff, but you have to understand that those things take so much time to build up, and it takes consistency of being very consistent, not just like, oh, I blogged last week and I don't know if I'm going to blog again for another 2 weeks. It doesn't work that way. It's a lot of work. Any marketing strategy you put into place, you have to give it a consistent 90 days to start seeing results take place with it.
Absolutely. No, that's a very good point. A blog can make you a lot of money 2 years from now. So you absolutely have to have the vision. It's something you start now, and you can't really expect to make a whole bunch of money off your blog in the first month. Even Ray Higdon said, what did he say? He didn't start generating leads from his blog, I think he said, for 6 months. And now look at him. Yeah. But he obviously had the vision.
It took me 3 months to get my first sign up, or someone actually signed up under me straight from my blog. I've never talked to them. It was a blind sale. But it took me, and that's a short amount of time, I think 3 months to have that happen. But it's consistently being out there doing it all the time. And it's important to do those things even when you're not getting any engagement and you think nobody's watching, because you're building it up. You know, you got to develop some rhino skin.
Yes, we certainly do in this industry. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I like what you said about the blind sale, because a lot of times you come in this industry and you do the passive marketing, you know, you build your capture pages and all that, and you think people are just going to sign up by going through your capture page and, ooh, there's a sign up. That rarely happens. It would be freaking awesome if that happened all the time, but it actually rarely happens. You're going to get that lead, but you still have to build the rapport and communicate with that person. And I mean, I get more signups by just chatting with people on Facebook than I do through leads, really.
Yeah. And it's good to have the tools to go out there and generate leads, because it does give you leverage, and it just gets your name out there even more and shows people you're out there helping and putting out value and becoming an authority in whatever niche that you're in. You know, it's not just about leading with your product all the time. If you're fully obsessed and truly passionate about your product, say you're in health and wellness, then you should be really living that lifestyle of, you know, sharing recipes and workout routines and everything else that goes along with it, not just, you know, buy my shake or, you know, buy my whatever it is, my supplements. It should be about you really showing people how much you love it and how much value you know about the whole niche as a whole, not just your product, to where people will come to you when it's the right time for them. And in the meantime, you're just building relationships, getting yourself out there. And also, guys, I think one big thing people miss when communicating is you don't ask for referrals. And it's important to let people know maybe the person you're talking to isn't really into it, but let them know, hey, this is something I'm doing. I'm really excited about it. Do you know anybody that you've talked to recently that's looking to maybe lose some weight for the summer or whatever? Let them send you some referrals. Don't be afraid to ask, because they won't always give you them right away, but you'll get a random message in your inbox. Hey, I did think of somebody. And out of the blue, there you go. You can go talk to that person. So it's just, you have to think of a really big picture. And also, if you see you're doing something that's not getting people to communicate with you and getting people to engage with you, it's a good idea to stop doing it. So,
and figure it out. What's the old, I can't remember the saying about shooting a dead horse or something, but that's just it. If you're doing the same things and you're getting the same results, which are no results, it's time to do something differently. You know, how long can you keep beating a dead horse? That's what the saying is.
And are you following the strategies of successful people, or are you doing the same thing everybody else is doing that's not getting a result? So you want to stop and evaluate that kind of stuff. And, you know, I was reading Amber Voigt's book, and she had a really good idea to journal. Every day you should journal. You should write down your goals. You should write down write down your day, how your day went, so you can start tracking your progress. Because say today you had an awesome day, and a week from now, you know, or say this week was an awesome week, but then 2 weeks from now you had a crappy week, you can come back to those times that you were journaling and things were going awesome and see what you were doing and just implement what you're tracking, and track your conversions. How many people did you have to talk to get that sign up? And start to figure out how you can decrease the amount of people. Maybe you had to talk to 50 people to get one, but try to get it down to where you can get 1 out of 10, you know. But the only way to do that is to start tracking who you're talking to, what you're saying. And it's okay. You know, I think a lot of times people get scared just not knowing what to say. I don't personally message people right away about business, unless I see they're in network marketing and I saw them on a fan page or something like that, and I'll let them know where I found them. Like, maybe, Erin, we should talk a little bit about our initial messages, like when you want to communicate with somebody.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Basically what I do when I connect with somebody, whether they've friend requested me or I have friend requested them, is you have to look at a person's profile, you guys. You absolutely have to show them that you have bothered to look at their profile. I mean, I don't like it when somebody sends me a message and says, you know, oh, where do you live? Well, it's right there. Where I live is right there. So obviously you didn't take the time to check out where I live, which means, you know, it makes me feel like I'm waiting for a pitch, right? Because they didn't have the time to check me out or where I live or what I'm interested in and all that kind of thing. So I'm now waiting for a pitch, which is not good. When people feel like they're waiting for the pitch from you, that is not a good way to start out a relationship. So check them out, find out where they live, what they're into. Do they have kids? Do they have a dog? Are they into horses? Are they into football? Find something in common. It's pretty easy to do. I mean, I rarely do I've had it happen maybe 3 times where I've been looking at somebody's profile and I'm going, I don't think I have anything to say to this person. You know, if they only have, oh, they played such and such game today and yesterday or whatever. But otherwise, find something in common and be genuine when you connect with them. Hey, thanks for the friend connect. Nice to meet you. A lot of times I will say, you know, I see you live in New York City. I love New York City. I live on Vancouver Island. Make a connection, especially if you live in the same city or country with this person. That is an instant bond. Instant bond. And then you can say something like, have you checked out the new Indian restaurant on the corner of 3rd Street? Stuff like that. It's super powerful. It creates an incredibly powerful bond. But you need to give this person the feeling you are not about to pitch them. You need to give this person the feeling that you are genuinely out there to make a connection and simply network. If they get another feeling from you, they're gone. You've lost them as a customer and a business partner forever. So you've got to get it right from the first second.
And if you're talking to a lot of other network marketers, some of you may be getting frustrated because, you know, now it's that awkward conversation. Oh, well, they're starting to pitch me their business, but I wanted to pitch them my business. And how do I go about, you know, when they try to pitch me, how do I pitch them back? And that's a conversation I never liked having, because if someone tells me they're happy in their company, why would I pitch them? Like,
you don't.
I'm not going to pitch them. I'm going to support them. And honestly, I think in network marketing, we're lacking in that area of, if I'm in travel and Erin's in, you know, health and wellness, it's 2 different niches. If I come across people that are looking for health and wellness, I could refer them to Erin. And if she comes across people that are in travel, she can refer them to me. Start building relationships with network marketers to where you can make your own little BNI group on social media and just, you know, constantly be the go-to for each other and look out for each other. And there's definitely other ways you can collaborate, like Erin and I do. And we're not in the same companies, but we do definitely collaborate on other things that we can share with you. But it's really important that you just learn to have people's best interest, not what you're looking to achieve for yourself. Be genuine. And I mean, I've referred people to auto mechanics and things. I mean, just things that aren't even in network marketing. You just learn to become a good person that knows how to network and share value with people wherever they need it and whatever they need. You know, it could be a doctor or a pediatrician or whatever, you know, just learn to be good at referring and just connecting with people on a different level. And just know that through that, the conversation is gonna come up of what you do. And here's the key. if you want people to ask you a question, ask them that same question. Because if you ask them that question, they're going to say it back to you. Like, Erin, what do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, Jen. That's cool. Well, Jen, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
If they have any manners, they have to ask you back. And you? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And if they don't, it's fine. Just keep going and keep asking questions. If they don't eventually ask you something, I don't know if it's someone that I would eventually, spend too much time on, because they're not really that social of a person. So
they don't know how to communicate. So they're going to not be good in this industry anyway.
Right.
Totally. Oh,
Exactly.
totally. I wanted to make a point because I get asked this all the time, by people when they first come in. They're like, I'm talking to this person and they're pitching me. What do I do? What I pretty much always say is when they're pitching their business to me, I simply say, thank you for thinking of me, but I am so laser focused on my own business because it's absolutely exploding that I don't have time to even think about something else. You've kind of shut them down, but you've been diplomatic about it. And you've also informed them that you're doing pretty well, and you didn't, it's almost like you're saying, I'm doing really well. Are you?
Right. And it shouldn't be something that people should take such offense to. I see people get so mad about it. It's like, be flattered that they want you to take a look at something. And also, a lot of times, if people do it in a way that I know is probably not getting them anywhere because of their approach, I'll just ask them. I'll say, thanks so much for the offer. Right now my plate is full. I'm not really open to new opportunities at this time. I appreciate you thinking of me. And like Erin said, everything I have going is rocking right now. So, but I'll ask them, just out of curiosity though, how is this approach working for you? Because a lot of times people just straight up approach, and I'm pretty confident that it's not working. So
yeah. And a lot of times people have been told by their companies to do it. I know of a couple MLMs who tell their people to go and randomly message people on Facebook and say their little spiel. Hey, have you tried this, awesome pickle juice or whatever? They're actually being taught to do this, so they don't necessarily know. It's one of those things you do in the beginning, and then you get a few months in and you realize it's not working. So the smart people decide to figure out what is going to work for them, or some people continue to keep marketing that way and continue to get no results. It's not working for you. You gotta tweak something.
And I used to do that approach. I was that person at one point in time that was spam. But my same thing, my leader said, this is what you do.
Yep.
So when you don't know, you can't really beat yourself up over it. It's embarrassing now. I sent out an email today, and I'm like, it's kind of embarrassing I'm telling you this, but I used to be that person.
Yep.
But
everyone.
But everybody is. I mean, you always, aren't good before you're good, and good before you're great, great before you're excellent. But it's the person that continues to evolve that has the success and starts to see the results. And also, when it comes to, I think a lot of times too, people may not be seeing as many results as they'd like because you're trying to do it on too many platforms at one time. So I think it's important that you pick a strategy. Like, where is your main hub? For me, it's Facebook. I'm really only on Facebook, and then Instagram, I do 25 minutes a day. That's it. Like, I'm not on Snapchat. I need to get on Twitter, but I'm a big believer that you need to evolve naturally. And even though you want to duplicate what leaders are doing, you have to do it at the chapter that you're at, if that makes any sense. Ray Higdon's on every social media platform and blogging and doing his masterminds and creating his books and coaching. And it's like, you want to be doing all of that and you want to strive for that. But, you have to make sure that you're getting results with the things you've already implemented first before you try to go out there and, create your own course or write your own book or, whatever it is that you're looking to do. Even jump onto a different social media platform. You want to make sure whatever you're doing, you can just really commit to it and be very, very consistent on the platform, because people are watching you there. And if they see you're inconsistent, it's almost not, you don't want to get on it until like I know I want to create a second Instagram feature account, but I know when I do, it's another thing I have to add to my daily method of operation. So I haven't done it yet because I'm trying to get other things off my plate first so that way I can start implementing something else. So learn to evolve naturally and implement what leaders are doing, but at the level that you're at.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, when you're ready. You can't take it all on board at once. For one thing, Ray Higdon probably has, 10 people working for him to do all that kind of stuff. So don't expect the same kind of results or to get as much content in a million different places as somebody like Ray Higdon. He evolved as well, though. He started out on his own as well. And I totally agree with doing 1, maybe 2 strategies only until you can bring on more, because you're right, people are following you. You're going to make a lot more sales and get a lot more signups when you put more energy into one social media strategy and are consistent. Because when people are looking for the products you are offering or your business opportunity, you've been in their face so much and been giving value that they think of you. I mean, that is hands down one of the best ways to recruit people, is by spending so much, concentrating so much time on one social media strategy.
Yeah.
Right? If they can't go on Facebook without seeing you, they're going to eventually think of you when they're ready for something.
Yes. Be very present. And that's where passive marketing is important. Do videos, post, 10x your business. It's funny because some people say, I talk to 3 to 5 people a day. Talk to 20. I mean, you need to really in the beginning go all out, balls crazy to the wall to really get your ship sailing or your plane to take flight. It's all about just 10xing. And I know Grant Cardone has his 10x rule book. I've listened to that. And it's really true. Like even when it comes to your goals, when it comes to just strategies you want to use, don't feel like, I can only post on Facebook 3 to 5 times a day. Are you kidding me? I think Grant was posting like 20 times a day on Twitter at one point. Like you got to stand out above the noise that's happening on social media. And the only way you're going to do that is to do things in mass amounts on a smaller scale. If you're trying to go out there and be a small fish in a 500 ponds, you're going to drown. So just really pick one strategy and run like crazy with it. And when you start to see results, say, okay, let's add something. Let's see what we can do with this other thing. I remember Diane Hockman, one of our leaders that Aaron and I follow, she said, if you can't get results on one, adding another one isn't going to help you. So I've always remembered
that. Business opportunity. If you're not making money in your one business opportunity, why would you go and add a second? Now your focus is split between the two. You weren't getting results with one. Now you're really not going to get results with that one because now you're only giving it 50% of your effort.
Yes.
So I notice people do that. They'll have like 4 or 5 business opportunities, but yet they're not making any money. So pick one. Pick one that you believe in the most, one that has, the best compensation plan, the one, your favorite. Go with your favorite because you're going to speak with a lot more conviction if you fully believe in it, and run hard with that one MLM until you're making $100,000 a year off that one MLM, then add a second. Yeah. That's my rule.
And there's definitely other streams of income that you can add in the meantime, but I wouldn't suggest an actual network marketing company because it's team building and there's a lot. You want to be there for your team. You want to have the team meetings and the training and all that stuff. But if you're looking to make, money in a timely manner, there's definitely other things, other affiliate products and programs and things like that that you can seek out that, there's tools that I use that I know other network marketers are going to need, and I use it anyways. So I become an affiliate for it, because if I come across somebody that needs it, then I'm like, oh, well, I use this one. And if they sign up, I get a little, commission for it. So
your little monthly
think of the tools that you may be using that you could be an affiliate for, because you can refer people to those things. And if you're a network marketer and you're using them, there's a chance that other network marketers need it. So that's another great way to leverage your income a little bit when talking and communicating with people, is just have a lot of tools in your tool belt, because not everybody you come across is necessarily going to be interested in whatever your company is either. So, and that's where Aaron and I are able to partner so well, because we're in two different companies, but we're both an affiliate of the same program that allows us to go out and find out where people are struggling and figure out where the holes are in their boat and fill it with free training, live webinars, or even, other tools that they can trial and or purchase, or whatever it is they need. You just have to know the issue and ask the questions before giving the prescription,
Absolutely. You can't offer somebody something until you know what they need. So you ask a lot of questions. When you find out they're looking for a business opportunity, then you introduce your business opportunity. If they're at the point where they're making a bunch of money with their business opportunity and are looking for a second business opportunity, then you could introduce your business opportunity. But what do, you guys, when you are talking to somebody, they have a business opportunity and they love it? It's really easy to spot the people who love their business opportunities. They're very passionate about it, right? Oh, it's the best products, the compensation plan rocks, the owners come and visit us every year, we feed starving women and children in Africa. You can tell when people are passionate and love their company. You can spot it like that, and that's a wonderful thing. When people have found their home, their MLM that they're passionate about, that is a wonderful thing. So unless you're really kind of sleazy, I would never try to flip them into my MLM. I think it's pointless and I think it's dirty. It makes you want to have a shower after. But, so what do you do with people with that are in love with their business opportunity? Do you have something to offer them? So what for Jen and I, we do. We have the most awesome thing in the world. We basically, find out if these people would like to grow their business, want to learn, want to master attraction marketing, get the skill sets under their belt to allow them to absolutely explode their business. And do they need the tools? A lot of times you talk to somebody and they're like, well, I don't have a blog yet, but I know I need one. So that's the next thing I'm going to start to do, or I'm not generating leads. So many people have an MLM and they are not generating leads. When you have a business, you have to be generating leads. They are the lifeblood of your business. You generate leads, they go onto your email list, you market to your email list. You have to be doing this. If you are not building an email list, you don't have a business. You have a hobby. The reason that is because it takes the average person, you hear different numbers all the time. Most times I hear like between 8 and 18 exposures to something before they're going to make a buying decision or joining you kind of decision. So when you're just chatting with somebody and they haven't gone onto your list, a lot of times they're kind of gone. They might come back to you if you're present on social media. But if you can get them on your list and market to them, giving them, 80% value and then 20% offers, that's where a lot of the money is made in this industry. And I find that is one of the big things people in MLMs, they don't understand. I had never heard the word lead. 4 months into this industry, I didn't know what the word lead meant. Or a capture page. I had a hobby. I was certainly not even paying me as a hobby either at that point in time. But that's what I find. Most people don't know how to generate leads. That's why what we do, the system we use is so incredibly fantastic for growing your business, because you can generate leads at will. When you have something to leverage, you have to have something to leverage to generate leads. So you have the choice of either going out and creating things to offer people to generate leads, meaning, PDF, free trainings, all of that. And that is time consuming. That is really time consuming. I don't know if any of you have ever gone to create your own products. It's time consuming.
Very. I'm creating a lead magnet right now, and it's very, very time consuming.
Yeah. So especially when you're first starting out, if there are things that are already created for you that you can offer people to generate leads, there is nothing easier than that. I mean, I don't know. I generate about 30 to 40 leads a day just that way.
Yes. It's really crucial to understand network marketing's amazing, but it's not where you learn how to market online. You have to remember, network marketing it's been around a long time, and they teach methods that are very offline. Host your parties, create your list on paper, and we live in a digital world, and it's now time to start implementing training and strategies and techniques to really learn how to build your business like a boss on social media. And if you're looking to learn Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram or whatever platform you want, there's a community out there that teaches you everything that you need to know and helps you evolve, the way I was telling you, into a point to where you can start creating your own lead magnets, and you can start creating your own funnels. And now I have my blog, and it's excuse me, it's a place that is going to help you take the product and put it in social media world. You have your product, and you now have a tool to share with people, but now you need to learn how to use social media to go out there and spread the good news. So, and that's where Erin and I really love partnering and collaborating with people who are serious about really wanting to do this full time. And if you're wanting to do it full time, like I am sitting on my bed right now, there's definitely a way to do it. You have to just be willing to invest some time and invest in yourself to give yourself a new outlet to learn from, and a new channel to tap into, to where the whole community is full of just top earner leaders who are going to tell you exactly how they've got there on social media. So if that's you, and you're really wanting to tap into taking your product to the social media world, and you haven't been able to create results with that yet, it could be that you're lacking some tools to leverage it and make it a little easier for you. You're not building an email list. You may not be blogging, and you may just need to learn some skill sets about marketing online. And that's where Erin and I have this great option for you.
We sure do. And one thing about offline can be great. If you like doing offline marketing, that's awesome. But if you're not doing any online marketing in your repertoire, you're missing out on a lot. And it's true, everything is happening online now. So when you learn to market like a pro, you will never lack for money again. Because let's face it, the internet isn't going anywhere. And when you get these skills under your belt, I know this is the same for you, Jen, you start seeing ways to make money everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah. No longer do you just think about your MLM. I mean, if you just want to do your MLM, great. But there are so many other options that you can add into your repertoire that complement your MLM business. And once you've learned the skills to really market yourself and you have a system to leverage that is doing a lot of the work for you, you can add other streams of income that don't actually take up any more time because you're already putting yourself out there. So, and you're building your list. So you're already marketing to your list. If you have another thing to suddenly kind of throw into the mix, it's no extra work.
And if you're talking to network marketers and having those awkward conversations like, well, they're happy, but I want them in my business, you don't have to have that weird conversation. You can find out, they may be happy, but 97% of them are still struggling. So when you can offer them tools, free training, free webinars that they can just hop onto that you don't even have to run, different tools as far as CRM software and funnelizers and all kinds of different things that they can add to their toolbox. That's a way for you to collaborate with them, generate a second stream of income, and leverage yourself really as an authority in the niche where more people are gonna want to work with you, and you'll really be spreading yourself out, especially because if you're in something like skincare or cosmetics, well, your target audience is women. So what about all the men that you come across, and any struggling network marketers that you're coming across, they more than likely need help and they're looking for someone to give it to them. So why not have that person be you and build a list and put the value that you have to give to them in front of them with whatever your network marketing company is, create a front door and a back door for your business.
Absolutely. Why not offer them help? Ooh, echo.
I'll mute.
Why not offer them help them in the meantime, grow their business and learn to market like a pro online and earn a second stream of income at the same time? I mean, it's wow. I mean, I have used this system to grow my primary crazy fast. When I stepped in there, I made enough in the first 2 weeks to put my son in college next year. And the reason I was able to do that is because I had those skill sets. It would never have happened if I hadn't learned to market effectively and had a system to leverage. So I'm very passionate about it because I know anyone in network marketing, should be using the system. Unless you're making so much money that you're like, no, I don't need any more money. If you don't need any more money, if you're already making couple million bucks doing what you're doing, then great. But if you'd like to grow your business and be able to teach your team how to market effectively, that's another thing people don't realize. When you know how to market like a freaking pro, you're a much stronger leader because you turn around and you teach that to your team. Think about what that's going to do for your business. For all your team members' businesses, you're going to be able to attract a lot more team members to you because you can confidently say, come on board with me. I will help you learn to market like a pro. That has a major draw, especially for people who are in MLMs and they've done all the company training and they're still not getting results. Because you have to remember, MLM companies are product producers. They're not marketers. That's why they want reps. They want the reps to do all their marketing for them. So they're quite happy with the reps spamming the company name and the products all over social media. It works great for them. Unfortunately, that is why reps stay broke when they continue to market their company name and products. So there is a better way, you guys. There is absolutely hands down a better way. I went from making $0 a month in this industry to now I'm hitting like 10,000 in a year. Not because I'm brilliant, not because I'm techie, simply because I invested the time and a little bit of money in myself to learn to market like a pro. And I'll tell you, having financial security, never having to worry about money again, never having to, worry about my kids in I have one child in grade 12 this year. Can I pay for his college? Sure can. So if you're in that position where you would like to learn to market like a pro, come on board with Jen and I, and we can show you how we've done it. We're here to help you.
And the good news is it's like getting your degree in social media and the skill sets you need, but you don't have to actually pay what it costs to get a degree.
Yeah, you make money. You make money instead.
Yeah, you can actually literally earn while you learn. And, you guys can probably all see the little button, probably to the right somewhere, where you can take a test drive with us. It's $10. I'm telling you, $10 changed my life, and it changed Aaron's life.
Oh, yeah.
10, like 2 cups of Starbucks coffee, okay? Yeah. To hop on and take a 10-day trial, and we can show you around. And if you love it, I warn you, you will. You'll stick around, and you'll invest in really just learning everything you can to market like a boss. And then if you don't, you can cancel and get your $10 back. It's literally risk-free. And on top of that, Aaron and I wanted to sweeten the deal a little bit. So what are we doing, Aaron?
If you guys, whoever would like to step up to the plate and join us, come inside with us tonight, Jen and I are prepared to offer you a free 30-minute one-on-one coaching session to get the ball rolling for you fast. You're going to learn what Jen and I do every single day in our own businesses that have gotten us to where we are today. So that is gold. When I first came into this industry, if somebody could have offered me that, instead, I struggled. So, you don't have to struggle. Come on in. We'll teach you what we do. And game over. You know what? When you master these skills, you guys, there's no competition. Who are people going to join? They're going to join you, not the rep who doesn't know what they're doing. They want to join somebody who knows what they're doing. So come in and learn how to do this industry the right way. Market like a freaking pro and grow your business and make a bunch of money.
Sounds like a deal.
Yes, a heck of a deal. It is a heck of a deal.
Guys, we're really here to help you. And, we just want my true passion that I've discovered being, I struggled for 11 years in network marketing. And so it really has become a passion of mine to help people shorten their learning curve, because if Erin got pretty lucky with the fact that she kind of fell into this system pretty much out of the gate, where it took me 11 years to figure out what my problem was. And I don't want that for you. I want you to get results. And having a system like this that can really just facelift and enhance your entire business that you're already in will really help you with that. When you be okay with, just being coachable and doing what we're going to show you, you're going to see, it's just going to be a game changer. So
anyone can do it. What we do is not rocket science. We just learned how to do it and we're consistent with it. That's all. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. If you've got ambition.
Yeah, you'll also be involved with a couple of pretty elite communities inside of the industry that tap into even more in-depth, training, and the connections you'll make. I mean, there was one gal inside of the community that reached out to me, and she actually joined my network marketing team today because she just saw me and wanted to know what I was doing. And so, I mean, you just never know the connections you'll make inside of the community. And, it's such a win-win to really have the front door and the back door for your business. So we hope you guys check it out and that you got some value from tonight. And again, if you do sign up and take the trial tonight, we'd love to do that 30-minute coaching call with you. And we just look forward to rocking it out with whoever wants to get started.
Absolutely. Be a life changer. Go for it.
Awesome, you guys. Well, everybody have a great night. And we will probably be doing this again next week, I'd imagine.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to do these regularly, you guys. Jen and I just want to put, help out as many people. That's the thing. When you start making enough money where you never have to worry about money again, it's a mental shift. Your focus shifts to wanting that the same for other people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where Jen and I are at in our businesses now, where we know we don't have to worry about money anymore. So we want to help as many people, as many other people as possible get to where we are or higher.
Yeah. It's all about creating success stories no matter the company. So
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys. You have a great night. Reach out to us if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions or things that you would like us to talk about on next week's webinar. We'd be glad to do that as well. And we hope to connect with you soon. So take care.
Bye, guys. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.